Before we dive in, let me leave you with a truth that echoes across every chapter in human history. Nothing we are began in silence. Every civilization, every story, every ancestor left a trail of wisdom waiting to be rediscovered. What you are about to hear is a part of a legacy, preserved, decoded, and brought back to the forefront. I'm OG Mooney. Welcome to AI Legacy Lab.
Far back in the shadowed dawn of humanity, as our ancestors were spreading across continents, a mysterious group of ancient humans left behind only fragments of their existence. Yet their impact still lives inside millions of people today. These were the Denisovans, a vanished human species whose story, as we know it, began deep in a cave nestled in the mountains of Siberia. But their roots, we've discovered, reach far wider and deeper than anyone ever expected. Imagine this: a team of scientists huddled in a lab, analyzing a tiny piece of a finger bone, no bigger than a child's pinky. They extract its DNA, run it through their sequencers, and what they find sends shockwaves through the world of anthropology. It doesn't match modern humans. It doesn't match Neanderthals. It's something entirely new. This single bone, found in Denisova Cave, became the first clue to a whole new branch of the human family tree. The story doesn't end in that Siberian cave. As scientists began to compare this new Denisovan genome with the DNA of people living today, an incredible map began to emerge. It was a map of ancient journeys, of long-lost encounters. They found a connection stretching all the way back toward Africa, the cradle of all humanity, and then radiating outward into Asia, Oceania, and the remote islands of the Pacific. This wasn't just a story about a forgotten group in Siberia. It was a global human story. What this genetic map revealed was nothing short of extraordinary. The Denisovans hadn't just lived in isolation. They had met and interbred with the early modern humans who were also making their way out of Africa. Our direct ancestors encountered these archaic people, and these meetings left a permanent mark. A powerful genetic imprint was woven into the very fabric of our species, and this imprint isn't spread evenly. The highest concentrations of Denisovan DNA are found in the people of Melanesia, including places like Papua New Guinea and its surrounding islands. It's also present in Aboriginal Australians and in various populations across East and Southeast Asia. For some groups, Denisovan genes make up a significant portion of their genome, as much as 5%. This tells us that the interactions weren't just a brief one-time event. They were likely a sustained and important part of our ancestors' history in this part of the world. So who were these people? What makes their legacy so extraordinary is not just how far their DNA traveled, but what it suggests about how advanced they may have been. To survive in the harsh, varied climates they inhabited, from the freezing cold of Siberia to potentially the humid tropics of Southeast Asia, they must have been incredibly resourceful. They were masters of survival. They created tools, hunted, and adapted to environments that even modern humans would find challenging. And they passed on some of their best tricks. The Denisovan genes that persist in modern humans aren't just random bits of code. They are functional. They do things. For example, some genes influence our immune systems, providing us with a pre-packaged defense against local pathogens that our African ancestors had never encountered before. It was like getting a genetic software update from the locals. One of the most stunning examples of this is found in the people of the Tibetan Plateau. Many Tibetans carry a specific gene variant that helps them thrive at incredibly high altitudes, where oxygen is scarce. Where did this amazing adaptation come from? You guessed it, the Denisovans. Their ancestors had likely lived at high elevations for thousands of years, evolving this trait. When modern humans arrived, interbreeding passed it on, giving their descendants a life-saving advantage to conquer the roof of the world. This completely changes how we view our past. The Denisovans weren't some failed, forgotten side branch of humanity. They were a vital and successful part of the human story. Their knowledge, their biology, their very essence is woven into the bloodline of millions of people alive right now. Their story is our story. It's a humbling thought, isn't it? We can't see their faces. We will never hear their voices. Their cultures and languages are lost to the mist of time. And yet, their fingerprints remain, hidden in the code of our own humanity. They remind us that the human family has never been a simple, linear progression. It's always been a messy, beautiful, sprawling tapestry of ancient branches rising, evolving, merging, and sometimes disappearing as time carries us forward. The truth is, our origins are far more complex and interconnected than we ever thought. It all began with the earliest movements of our African ancestors, whose brave descendants spread across the globe. Along the way, they met and mixed with other kinds of humans, like the Denisovans and the Neanderthals. Each of these encounters added new threads, new colors, and new strengths to our shared human story. So, the next time you look in the mirror, remember that you are a living library of human history. Within your DNA are echoes of ancient migrations, of struggles and survival, and of meetings between peoples who lived tens of thousands of years ago. You are not just you. You are the culmination of a vast, interconnected family, rooted deeply in the past and stretching across the entire planet. The Denisovans may be gone, but in a very real way, a part of them lives on through us. And that is a powerful legacy. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey into our ancient past as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button, subscribe for more stories from the human journey, and share your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.
Another chapter reclaimed, another piece of history placed back where it belongs. If you have found any meaning in this, let it sit with you. Let it sharpen your vision, not just for the past, but for who we are becoming. I'm OG Mooney, and this is AI Legacy Lab. Honoring truth, protecting legacy, one story at a time. Until next time, stay curious.